hot property in Dubai. However, unfortunately, no sign of the Dubai summer slump. So if you've been sitting on your hands hoping for property prices to drop in what is traditionally a quieter summer period, in the property market, think again, because a report from Savills on the Dubai residential market, they've reported Q2 activity is robust despite the conventional summer slump.
Underlining what we already know, the report states 2023 is on track to be the busiest year for the residential sector in Dubai, a growth of 12% compared to this season last year and 44% versus the first quarter of 2022.
So this is incredible. Like we are Q3 and they're already prophesizing that we are going to be the busiest year ever in the residential market, which is incredible. All going well, I guess. Now, if we look further into the report, it says demand for off-plan property, particularly apartments, is on the rise, which indicates the buyer preference to delay committing to those high lending rates, which, as we know, are skyrocketing internationally.
The report also states asset prices continue their upward trajectory. However, the pace of growth has slowed, while prime property locations see the highest increase in capital value.
So we know places like Palm Jumeirah, those prices are continuing to stay high. Now, look, if you want to buy, according to the report, significant upcoming supply, there are actually 50,000 residential units that are proposed to be completed by the end of the year. So we see why those people are looking towards off-plan. The bulk of those, like we said, are apartments in JVC, Dubai Harbour, Dubai Hills Estate, JLT and Arjan were the top locations for off-plan transactions in the traditionally quiet quarter of this year. So we're seeing a trend of people looking towards off-plan. That's because they don't have to commit to the higher lending rates. And also it looks like there's going to be a massive, 50,000 units coming. So more opportunity and newer apartments, newer buildings, I guess.
Yeah, of course. As we see an influx, we have already seen so many areas. Like as you drive to the expo site, you'll see so many areas that are up and coming, and these places are selling it for such affordable rates, and that too, like townhouses, villas, and coming up in very various locations. So we're seeing the city expanding, and we're seeing these properties coming up. So it's all just a good sign of growth and economic rise.
It's interesting because, as we were saying, there's usually a slump in this period. Summer, it gets quieter, people travel, you see prices decline a little bit, but the Savills report says that hasn't happened. I am moving at the moment, and coming into the summer period, it was like, do we wait? Do we put the deposit down? Are prices going to drop? And no, we had to pay it's expensive to rent in Dubai at the moment. We thought prices would drop and they haven't.
Yeah.
But I think we had a report earlier that they're expecting in possibly a year, you'll see because it can't, it's too high.
Yeah, I think right now the main city, the mainland is pretty much saturated, right? Like you have an influx of residents, expats, visitors, it's all in the mainland. And now they're trying to expand, the Al Maktoum Airport. Is that called the Al Maktoum Airport? Yeah, the one that they're opening up, or it's opened. Al Maktoum Airport, yeah. So around that area, they're trying to build these residential houses and just try to expand the city and push it towards that side, towards the whole expo side. So I think once that kicks off and gets a nice crowd moving in, that's probably gonna help stabilize the rent prices in the main city in Dubai.
So true, because it is time for that to happen.